My name is Martin. I live on the south coast of the UK, just outside Eastbourne, which is probably the biggest town nearby that people might have heard of. And I live here with my girlfriend. My hair loss started, I guess, probably my mid to late 20s when my hairline started to recede. My dad and my granddad both had similar, so I guess it's male pattern baldness, so it was to be expected. When I noticed that it was receding, probably about 6-7 years ago, I tried a spray. I can't remember what it was called. I bought it from a company on the internet that said it promoted hair growth. I'm now aware that obviously if the follicles died, then no amount of spray is going to do any good. So ultimately it didn't do any good. I thought about a hair transplant. It's something I thought about for probably going on 10 years, on and off. And then it got to the point where I just sort of thought, yeah, actually, I'm going to do it. I guess 3 things that made me choose Sanamentum over the other companies that I spoke to and got quotes from and so on. Those 3 things were the price. They were well priced compared to others. The general feeling I got from the company and talking to people in the company, there was no hard sale, which I did get from some of the others. Some of the others were a bit pushy. Most people were telling me that I didn't need to have it done, not because they didn't think that I had a receding hairline or a big bald patch on top, but they just said, oh, it's fine, it's okay, you know, that's what men your age are like, it's not a problem, you look fine as you are. But I explained to them that I wasn't doing it for other people, I was doing it for me and how I feel about myself and how I perceive myself and my self-confidence and so on. So I think once I explained that to them, they realised that, yeah, you know, it was about me. I wasn't doing it for other people or because of what other people might think of me. When I said that I was going to have it done in Turkey as opposed to the UK, my mum was concerned because she was assuming the worst, you know, what if this goes wrong and what if that goes wrong and everything like that. And I showed her Sanamentum's website and the conversations I'd had with the staff by WhatsApp and everything, and I think I managed to reassure her that you know, it's a reputable company and that if anything were to be a problem, that there's people there that can help me and sort it out. So as soon as I arrived, there were a lot of people walking around with head bandages on and bandages across their noses and so on. So straight away you felt like you were in good company. And that was actually really good because straight away I thought, okay, the next day when I'm walking around looking like that, it's no big deal because there's so many people there looking the same. That was the next big question when I arrived there that got answered for me. Again, you try and picture what it's going to be like in your head. And I arrived at what appeared to me to be a very nice, clean, private hospital. And then he drew on my forehead where the hairline would be. Before that, he asked me what my expectations were and what I wanted. And I explained to him, you know, I said, obviously my age at that point, I was 42. And I said, you know, I don't want the hairline of a 20-year-old. I want it to look realistic for my age. And it was really reassuring that he said, yeah, we wouldn't do that even if you asked us to, which again was a good thing for me that they're you know, doing, I guess, a proper professional job, and would do what they thought was right in conjunction with what your wishes are. So that was really good. But other than feeling tired and worn out, I felt fine. Again, there was no pain or discomfort or anything, and I just took it easy, relaxed, and I actually slept quite well. So yeah, that was fine. Following the procedure, when I got home, I had booked 2 weeks off work, so that I had time to recover and time for the scabs on my head to come off. At the end of the 2 weeks, I washed the scabs off, and that was really nice to see them gone, and tiny little hairs came off with them, which again I'd read is normal, so I didn't panic that the whole thing was falling out. I guess it was probably around that time, about 2 or 3 weeks, that it was like there was, and you could certainly feel a tiny bit of stubble starting to come through. The aftercare was really good. I was messaged quite regularly on WhatsApp, asking how it was going, how I was feeling, asking me to send photos in and video regularly so that they could see the progress. I didn't have any problems at all, and they were always really happy with the progress that my hair was making, so I didn't get to experience how they would deal with it if there was a problem, but there was no problem, so that was perfect. I remember after probably about 3 months, I was looking at it going, that looks really good. When I look back at those photos now, compared to what it is now, it was terrible. It was patchy and thin and very short and everything. So it was sort of a case of all the way through, you were looking at it going, that's looking really good, that's looking really good. And people kept commenting on it as well, people at work and family. Each time I saw them, even if I hadn't seen someone from a week, when I'd see them a week later, they'd say, oh my goodness, your hair's really come on in that small time. Once it got to about 7-8 months, people stopped saying that, and everyone was just sort of saying to me, it just looks natural and normal now. My new routine, I guess, is having to do my hair, because before I had it cut fairly short before, so I'd get up in the morning and didn't need to do anything to it. Whereas now my girlfriend laughs at me because I blow dry it every morning to make it straight, because it has a bit of a natural wave otherwise. And she also keeps taking the mickey that I'm constantly looking in the mirror. If anyone's thinking of getting it done, I would definitely get it done. There's like I said before, the pain involved is minimal and definitely worth it. The process was easy, and my self-confidence and the way I feel about myself is so much better now. I was always self-conscious if I was crouched down on the floor and I knew people could see the top of my head, or self-conscious if there was a photo being taken of me from behind, because I knew it would show the patch on the top of my head and things like that. I would definitely recommend Sanamentum. I went with them for the reasons that I've already said, and I don't regret it at all. There's nothing that I can't think of anything that they could have done that they didn't.